prepare an adjustable Longline. Start with a roll of 11mm outer sleeve and a roll of 6mm SEPA cable. In addition to this, you will need a donut tensioner and pins, a set of pliers, a set of grips, a spool of strong braided string attached to a split pin, a long tape measure, a sharp knife, a screwdriver, a set of bolt cutters, a tensioning device, and a strong rare earth magnet. It helps to do this along a nice quiet stretch of road or driveway and utilise a wire spinner to reduce tangles and kinks. Start by measuring out the length of your line using the tape and add another 6 feet so your outer sleeve will be long enough to wrap around the strainer posts at each end of your row. Cut the outer sleeve to length and then feed the split pin attached to your string into the outer sleeve. Use the rare earth magnet to drag the pin through the outer sleeve back to the other end. It helps to have someone feeding the line off the spool to avoid extra drag. Place the SEPA cable onto the spinner and trim the plastic from one end to expose the high tensile wire. Bend this over and crimp to form a tight loop. Attach the string and begin to pull the cable back through the outer sleeve. It helps to have at least one person pulling the string and another feeding the cable and holding the outer sleeve. Once the SEPA cable comes out the end, pull through approximately 6 feet and then cut it at the other end with another 6 feet exposed. Continue this process for as many lines as you need. You may also choose to thread 1-foot sections of 13mm irrigation tube over the outer sleeve to help prevent wear on the line from the post risers. Add a piece for every post riser along the length of the Longline row. Roll the completed line back up using the spinner and put it to one side ready for use. To install your Longline, head out to your lease with the donut tensioner and pins, screwdriver and the tensioning device and new line on a spinner. Roll the cable off the cable spinner and tie off on the strainer at the far end at the middle working height. At the other end, slide the line through one of the holes in the donut tensioner and tie off your line, taking up as much slack as you can. To tie the cable securely, wrap it twice around the post, then wrap it twice up the cable, wrap twice back down the cable and, using the screwdriver to make space, weave it through the wrapped line as far around the post as possible. Slide the donut tensioner approximately 3 to 4 feet from the strainer post. Attach the tensioning device to the donut spindle and wind to tension the line. Once the desired tension is achieved, place the 2 pins through the donut tensioner to lock it from rotating. The tensioner can be retensioned at any time. Check that your line is tight by applying downward pressure. It should move very little. You can now deploy your SEPA baskets.